Live pictures from the Primetime Audio Video East State Street Cam. Pretty mild intersection right now there in Rockford, and we want to welcome you back to the Morning Blend on this Thursday. And we're joined now by Brett Nicholas with Trinity Financial. And before we get to talk about a lot of the financial things going on, there are some events that are important, including one tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, so everything we're going to be covering here over the next couple minutes, we're hosting an event at Prairie Street Brewery tonight. Starts at 5:15. The event actually starts at 6 with the presentation, but we're going in depth into Medicare, the options, and Social Security and taxation and options.
All right, Thursday dinner on the dock at Prairie Street usually, but now we're past summer. We still have a very good excuse to head to Prairie Street
today. I don't know
today.
if we'll have quite the same draw, but it'll be interesting.
So is it a free event?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can come and find out a lot of information. We're just going to go over a few things right now. This is just kind of a taste, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what should we know, and what are you going to talk about tonight regarding Social Security?
Well, so we're in that transition, so they're going to come out with the final numbers next month. Yeah. But right now the projected numbers are the increase in Part B premium is going to go from $185 up to $206. The deductible is going to go from $257 to $288. The max out of pocket for and those are both projected, but they're probably pretty much in line. The max out of pocket for Part D prescription drug is going to go up to $2,100. That has been set. So, and then we're going to talk about the taxations. We're going to talk about the big, beautiful bill. You know, everyone thinks now that Social Security is totally not taxable. That's not true. It's a little misleading. So we're going to talk about how the standard deduction actually impacts that.
It's important for people to find out because you can assume something, and when things change like this, it's important to be informed about what's going on.
Especially on the taxation part, because it was marketed as no more taxation on Social Security, and that's not true. You can still pay taxes on Social Security. You just the seniors have a larger standard deduction. Yeah,
and I saw too that they won't be mailing out the federal government won't be mailing out anything, so including Social Security checks. So you got to get those online and all that kind of stuff too. So it's kind of interesting as well. Well, we got Medicare too to talk about too. You know, it goes right along with Social Security sometimes, but we see some increases there.
Right. So that's what we're just talking about. The Medicare Part B premiums increasing. The premium is increasing, the deductible is increasing. So the thing that we reach this time of year is also the annual enrollment's happening. When do you have to enroll? And what's the restrictions on Medicare supplements? And people get confused during this time. So we'll cover a lot of that tonight also. Because Medicare supplements you can change anytime. Sure. Your Part D and your Medicare Advantage plans is coming up October 15th as the annual enrollment period to December 7th. And that's the only time that you can change those plans.
Okay. And it's not just for people that are already in Social Security and receiving checks. I mean, people have to plan a little bit ahead, so it's also to get some information as well for those people tonight as well.
Correct. That's what it's designed for, the people that are transitioning retirement. And it's not just for, you have to be 65 or younger, because there's many people that work past the age of 65. Yes. And they have certain rules that they have to be aware of. They get confused, they think they have penalties that are going to be assessed, and that's not the truth.
What are some things about that, like working past 65, or ideal times to stop working sometimes to get your maximum return?
Well, 67 is a full retirement age for Social Security. Yeah. And everyone's situation is different, but if they work past 65 and they're covered by a group health plan, credible coverage, they have a special enrollment for Medicare and the Medicare supplements if they choose, and that just has their own timing issues that they have to be aware of.
So we're talking about a lot of this, but what are some of the misconceptions people have, do you think, when it comes to Social Security and Medicare about things where they may be covered or where premiums or deductibles? Are there anything that you see that a lot of people are getting a little bit wrong?
Yes. There's two things when you say that. People think that if you're going to enroll in Medicare, you have to begin your Social Security, and that's not the case. Okay. Because you can start early at 62 and delay up to 70, and you can enroll in Medicare at age 65. And the other one is just that penalty I was talking about. So many people are fearful that if they don't enroll in Part A and B at 65, even if they're working, they're going to pay a 10% penalty on their Part B premium, and that's not the case. There's a special enrollment period. We cover that in depth tonight to make sure that people understand the timing.
And how important it is to study and to prepare and to plan when you're reaching kind of the age I am. You know, you're 6 years out from being in that kind of situation. How important is it to plan ahead like that, and not just, okay, I'm 62, I'm 65, I better just, stop and see what I get?
Well, the old adage, yesterday was the best day to start planning. Yeah. But that's why we have these events. The average person that we're seeing is 6 months to 2 years out, and that's ideal. If someone comes and they say, I'm going to retire next month and I haven't done anything, that causes a little bit of firestorm. But I mean, the earlier you can plan, the better.
Sure.
But, you know, as far as studying, I tell people you can study all you want, but that's what we're here for.
Sure.
You know, just like if I was going to build a house, I wouldn't figure out how to build a house, I would call a carpenter. So.
Sure. A lot of people deal with 401ks, a lot of people deal with pensions,
right,
and how that all interacts with Social Security.
Correct. And we talk about IRMA, which is income-related adjustment on Part B premium, that ties in with the 401k. So again, we talk about that tonight because that gets into the taxation. Yeah. And our biggest part of our business is the 401ks and structuring the income off of that, and then how it interacts with the Medicare and the Social Security.
Yeah,
because you got taxation on the Social Security, and you could face a increased Part B premium.
That's right. So you have a lot to talk about, a lot of important stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff that will be rewarding if you are understanding of the rules and, and what goes on.
We cram a lot into an hour period.
Okay, and that hour again, it begins at 5:15 for the meet and greet, right? And the event begins at 6 o'clock. It's at Prairie Street. And that's, of course, right there on the Rock River. And then next week you're going to Freeport too, right?
Freeport, we're going to be at the Wagner House.
Okay, so you get opportunities so people don't have to travel quite as far for all that kind of stuff. Great. It's very important information. Is there anything you want to leave with as we...
Nope. Thank you. This is our first interview together. It's nice meeting you finally.
You too, Brett.
Welcome to the morning.
All right. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm getting used to it. My alarm clock is set completely different than it used to be.
I can't imagine.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, there's the information once again. Be there. It's a free event, 6 p.m., but you can get there at 5:15 to meet and greet and get prepared and get a seat. It's at the Prairie Street Brewing Company. Brett, thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
All right. And we will be right back.